Good morning, guys. I am back on YouTube and I'm back reselling. Just want to say again, massive thank you to everybody who gave nice comments over the last week or so. I did do a live. If you didn't watch that live, I just explained it a bit more, saying, thank you again and what happened. Jessie got put down on the Friday in this car. It was out the back end of the vets and she couldn't walk at all. Kai was there, my mom was there, and obviously I was there. And yeah, Kai wanted to say goodbye to her that way as well. She got sedated first, so she was fast asleep, so she didn't feel anything, and then obviously she had the ejection. It was a nice peaceful way to go, and I think it helped all of us because I don't feel like I'm as sad as I was because I was grieving a lot before because I knew it was happening. But yeah, I just want to say a massive thank you to all you guys. But we cannot stop living. I can't stop not doing what I do, which is reselling. And I'm going to be telling you a bit of a recap on what's happening with my reselling business, my life. I am actually out at the moment because it is auction day. It's just over there and I'm going to have a quick look. There's a couple of things I want. I am not picking. I'm sticking to that. I am not picking only at car boots and charity shops because I don't want to go out, waste my time, and there might not be stuff, or pick up lots of stuff. With auctions, obviously I can check beforehand to see what's there, and also Facebook Marketplace. If there's anything on there I fancy, then I can also have a look. Anything else where I'm literally like risking or have to go somewhere to try and find something, then I'm not going to bother because I've got plenty of stock. But I'm going to show you what's happening with all my stock in the meantime. I haven't been doing much stuff, so it pretty much hasn't got anywhere, but I'll show you what's happening. One thing is the carport is nice and clean now. It just needs the hoovers all sorting out. But we're going to go into the auction first, show you the things I'm looking to buy if they're at a good price, and then obviously we'll go back home and show you what's going to happen, a bit more in depth what I'm planning on doing, because there's been a lot of changes in the last couple of days, and that's due to my son because he doesn't want to move rooms. So I thought I'd do a little voiceover because it was so quiet in there I couldn't really talk. First lot was this cast iron pots, and there was a Le Creuset one, an Arga one, but all the rest were Gino Di Campio ones, yeah. And no one's going to buy them after all the things he's been getting on, doing recently. So I think I'll leave them unless I go really cheap. The next lot though was, I might go for it. There was a lot of games. I think there's 27 in total. No controllers, but buzz controllers because the games are in there. Probably looking around about 50 to 60 quid for this lot. But yeah, I can't see this going for less than 40. No real good games either, except for like one, and that I wouldn't even say that's a good game because it's worth a tenner. It's only because it's in a metal case. Even Red Demp's not worth that much. I don't think this is the one that gets all right prices. But the next one is something that I really want. Look at the prices on that. 115 quid. It's boxed. It has 3 batteries with this as well, which you don't usually get. But I couldn't check inside because it was sealed up. And then finally, if I can get this cheap enough, it's worth it just for the cars, because I can probably get about 20 quid just for the cars. But scale electrics are so awkward to, just to basically sell. I've had scale electrics before and they do take a while. It all depends obviously on the cars. I think the cars are the main thing that sell scale electrics. So yeah, we'll see. It's been a couple of hours since I've been to the auction and I've just bidded on 2 items which I've won. One of the items that I do want, another thing I picked up for a fiver, and I think one VHS tape will get me my money back anyway, so all the rest will be free. But I'm in my room, and yeah, I'm literally standing in the only spot that I can do. The reason why it's so packed is a lot of this stuff is from downstairs, so that was downstairs. Some other stuff was from downstairs as well. I've still got the box here where I've been skewing the clothing. I still haven't took pictures. I've had this downstairs and this downstairs. So yeah, these need just cleaning up. That one has been tested. That I still I've had it for ages. That's worth about what, 80 to 100 quid, and that one's worth probably about 60 to 80. So I need to clean them up. I need to test that one as well. But that one's ready to go. But yeah, it is absolutely jam-packed. The other room is also jam-packed. It's full up, absolutely rammed. This is the last of the stock. But as you can see, that is pretty much empty. As you see there, that is where my mom does all the printing. That's the old computer. It's a Predator computer, Acer one, so we'll be selling that. So if anybody's into gaming, let me know. I'll do it for cheap. They go for around about 250 to 300 pound. So if anybody wants it, who's a subscriber wants that, then let me know. But as you can see, look at my Lego collection. It is getting huge, and there is 3 more down there. I've got a little Mario Kart Lego set down there. Plus that little shell is a freebie. That's from the Insiders. So when you are a member of Lego Insiders on Lego, you get points for every time you buy something. And that was 2,500 points. And yeah, you can't even buy that. People are selling that for about 50 to 60 quid at the moment. So when it's all been gone and everybody's bought them all, when I get to sell my one, yeah, it's going to get some money. But there is really not much there. There's just a few ink cartridges and that's it. But this is all going to be put somewhere. What I was thinking about doing is, obviously this is never going to be here, but this is the wardrobe. So I'm going to take these doors off and I'm going to put my table in there. Obviously all this will be gone, all this would be gone. I'm actually going to probably get rid of the beaming and all that lot, and then just all put my obviously my back stuff on, you know, the laminate, what I've done in the other room. And this is going to be my little photo room, because it's sort of incaved, as you can see, incaves in there. I think the table will come out to around about here, I think, or it might just come over this. So yeah, I'm going to take these doors off. I'm going to take that off, make it all nice and flush, make it part of the room. Obviously this is all going to be decorated. The bed is going to be there. That's going to be all different wallpaper, like the curtains are all going to be gone and all this. Like, it's going to be really nice, just because it's, yeah, that's, I don't know what my mum and dad was thinking about. That might have been the fashion back in the day, but it's not now. Bed's going to be here in the middle, and then yeah, it's gonna come out, extend to about here, where I've got some more stuff. This might actually go up in value, because if you've been watching TV, there's a new PG Tips advert and Monkey is back, so he might be getting a little bit more money for himself now, so we'll have to check that out. But yeah, that is all the stuff that needs to be listed. There's not that much stuff. It looks more than it is, but there is a big box which is a subwoofer under there, so obviously that is all raised up. And then I've got quite a few bags, and remember, I've got 3 boxes of Trackmaster Thomas Tank Engine stuff in there, or is it Hot Wheels? I can't remember, one of the two. So yeah, I'm just going to bundle all that up and get rid of it. So that's what's going to be happening, because my son, I told my mum yesterday that he doesn't want to move rooms. He doesn't want this room. He does not want this room. So my mum's going to have this room. Kai's going to stay in his little box room. He will regret that, but obviously we can move him whenever we want. You know, when he gets a bit older, he might feel a bit cramped in there. But my mum's going to have this room. Back in the day, I used to be in the small room when I was younger, and then my nan and granddad, this used to be their room. And obviously that room I've just been in, that was my mum and dad's room. This room is obviously now where I take the pictures, and this table here will be left in here. Obviously I'll take all this off it, but my mum can use this, put the stuff on. Yeah, I don't know what she wants to do, maybe put a TV on there if you want to. Also, the wardrobe will be staying in here. Mum doesn't actually want a double bed as well. She wants a single bed, because people might be thinking, where does she stay? And I've said it's in a live. She actually sleeps downstairs. She's been sleeping downstairs for ages, due to my dad when he was ill, and then the dog, which is Jessie. Jessie was a whiner and she always wanted to go out at night. So my mum had to go downstairs to obviously take her out when they did sleep upstairs. But then when my dad got a bad back, which obviously was due to cancer, well, it was probably before that anyway, he had a bad back. He bought new mattresses and all that, but he's just fussy. So he bought himself a nice big like recliner chair and he was comfortable in that. So he wanted to stay downstairs. Obviously my mum kept him company, and also she didn't have to go downstairs to get the dog, because obviously the dog would whine every single night and it would wake everybody up. So yeah, she just got used to staying downstairs. She was going to buy a sofa bed for downstairs, but I said no, you need to come back upstairs, you need to be in a room. She didn't then moan about her, obviously, because her legs are not that well and she's struggling to walk. And I said, well, you've got to go to the toilet anyway, haven't you? So you might as well have a room upstairs, and have a bedroom so you can actually go to sleep. And downstairs, then we can get a normal sofa and not like a sofa bed, because I don't really like these sofa beds. They're not the best. And they're quite expensive when you can just get a nice sofa. So that is the plan. That's going to happen in probably the next month or so. She's going to get a new sofa for us, downstairs. And then I've got literally about a month to probably get rid of all this stuff. Of course, when all this stuff has been listed, then I've got to obviously try and get it into the shed. And the shed is not organised. I've got racking to put up. I've got loads of stuff which needs to be sorted out, but I probably will do a car boot. When it's all listed, this is all done. Anything that's made me money, the stuff that's maybe doesn't owe me anything now, I'll gather it. I'll gather all that up together and then just do a car boot, like a £2 car boot where everything's £2, so I don't even have to haggle with anybody who can buy anything, bundle it up or something like that, because I'm always going to make money because I've already made money off it. But that's my plan. I'm going to take you outside now to the carport, because we have cleaned the carport up and it's all nice and neat. All the hoovers are in a section ready to be tested, because I still haven't done that. And yeah, the carport's all nice and neat because it was a mess before. So we are outside now, and obviously if you don't know me, I'm a reseller and this is what I do. If you are liking this video, obviously give it a like, subscribe if you're new. But if you don't know where I deal with all my stuff, that is the shed. That's where all the stock goes in, where it's been listed. And where I'm standing now is my carport. Unfortunately, I haven't got a garage. I will be getting a garage eventually, but being a single dad, it's obviously not my house as well. And if I want a garage, I'd have to pay for it myself, and it's more expensive. I want to get the house done first. I want to get that, all nice and neat. Obviously, we have not got no dogs now, so we don't have to worry about them having accidents, because Jessie, Monty, at the end of their lives, they did do a lot of messing, and we just couldn't get to the door in time or whatever. And yeah, time after time, yeah, it does make the carpet a bit wrecked. And obviously when we do clean it up and get the machine on it and all that lot, you know what, sometimes none of these machines will get rid of it. And of course, when we've been out and about, like when we went to visit my nan in a day, yeah, it's one of them things. It happens. That's what happens when you have dogs, and you can't help it, can you? But yeah, I'm going to show you what it's like now, and it's a lot neater. This is going to be moved because it needs to be that side, because the people, when they come and deliver a sofa, they won't be able to fit through there because we've got patio doors. But there's all the cardboard. Remember, it was all over the place, but it's now nice and neat. The good thing about Lego and collecting Lego, a lot of them come in these boxes, so yeah, really good. But yeah, these are all the hoovers that I need to go through. Some of them have been tested because my mom and I was cleaning the carpet with different ones, testing them. One of them smoked, but it did work, so I don't know what to do with that. I might have to clean it. Never cleaned it, but one of them works. My mom is thinking about keeping the one that works because it's lighter on her, but she has got a Bissell one, whatever it is, which I think the roller's not working properly on it. So might be swapping out. She needs to see if she can fix it first. So I'm going to have a look at that. But we have got a lot of Hoovers. I'm not going to be buying any more Dyson Hoovers anymore because it's just a waste of time. Dysons do not sell for good money unless it's like the animal ones. Still got the G-Tech ones. A lot of them don't work, but I can sell them for parts. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through every single Hoover, test them, clean them up, and then if they don't work, then I will sell them for parts. And then with the parts that are no good, like maybe the bodies, I know you can sell the bodies, but how many people really buy the bodies? You know, certain Hoovers, yes, maybe, but maybe not. What I'll do with all the parts that don't work and the bodies and bits and bobs, I'm going to bundle them all together, put them as a big bundle on Facebook Marketplace and say spares and repairs. People who buy Hoovers and fix them maybe know a lot more about fixing Hoovers, might need like that body, and then obviously can make a bit of money for themselves. But I know each one of these Hoovers cost me £10 or less, so every one of these needs to get me at least £10 or less. And I don't really care about the money now with these. It's about getting rid of them because there's too many. These cannot fit in the shed, so these need to go quick as possible. But I know if I can get these tested in the next month, which I'm going to do after I've obviously sorted out the house, yeah, I'm going to try and get rid of these as quick as possible, because I know certain things like these arms can be taken off and they can be put in the shed, but the body themselves, it's just like too bulky. We've also got two of these here which have been out here. This is the one with all the plushes in, so if anybody wants to buy some plushes off me, let me know. Everyone want to buy a baby, yeah. We've got Harry Potter, we've still got Sonics and stuff like that. They'll go when they want to go. I've still got them on for quite high prices. And then this one's got all gaming. I'm surprised some of the things have not sold, to be fair. Like that Operation Brain Surgery, which works. We've got some cool stuff. Monsters Inc., a game of life. It's got a few bits missing, but you can still play it. That vintage Play-Doh set, which is pretty cool. But that is really what I've got to do. Obviously, my son not wanting to go into the other room is going to help do the whole move quicker, because don't have to do anything to his room. You know, don't even have to tidy it up. I am going to go through his stuff because he needs to get rid of some stuff because he just doesn't really play with it. And then he can keep the money himself. But yeah, this room's pretty easy to move around now, because obviously I only have to move the big table and obviously put it in that room, which is a lot easier because it's very easy just to shift it over to that place there. But guys, I am actually going to go and leave this video as it is, because tomorrow I will show you what I've picked up from the auction and leave it in suspense, because yeah, it'll make you come back for tomorrow. So guys, I just want to say thank you again. Obviously, I'm a bit more chirpier now. I have got actually got to play football in about an hour as well. So yeah, but guys, thank you very much. Just want to say, you know, you guys have helped me through this week, well, last week as well, because, you know, I've got my mom, I've got my son, and yeah, I know it's only a dog, but dogs are part of the family, you know. And like I said, Jessie was not really my dog, but, you know, if it wasn't for Jessie, I probably would have struggled a lot more when Monty died, because Monty was my dog. But Jessie came and stepped up, and over the last, 2 years since Monty died, she's been there all the time, you know, always wanting fuss. And it's sad. Thing is, when I was going to the auction today, they have like a sort of, what you call it, remix hour on the radio. And guess what song came on? As soon as I switched on the car, that song that I played with the like montage of Monty and Jessie, I didn't cry. I just felt you know, like good like memories that, you know, I've been blessed to have, you know, not just Jesse but Monty in my life for like 13 years, and Kai has as well. So yeah, I just want to say thank you. But guys, tomorrow you'll see what I picked up from the auction. I will go over as well what I sold over the weekend. I'm not going to tell you every single thing, but I'm going to tell you what I've like how much money I made, because I did have a sale. I've now got to go because I've got less than an hour to get to football, pick up the stuff from the auction, and then yeah, start listing. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. Goodbye.